The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end. zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They do go for it. It's Breeze. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey! Hey, left. Keep it skinny. White. 12. 5-4.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers Pass is dropped. Demario Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Hey! Cute. Buffalo wall. White. Hey, Delta!
Second down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Hurry up! Hey, Delta!
4 down. 4-7 to Mike. 4-7 to Mike.
Ready?
Watch his flat.
White. 12.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey! Hey, left! White!
Hey, watch 28.
Hey, go orange. Keep it skinny. Let's go. Hey!
The first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Set. We're okay.
Now Gordon on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Rivers now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey! White! Cute!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Hey, Rocket! Hey! White! Hey, go orange. White!
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Demario Davis in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. Now Breeze lost the football and picked up by the Chargers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end.
Wait.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
12. Wait.
47 is the money.
Hey, Delta. Wait.
Throwing again. Rivers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Stay there. Hey, hut.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win at 32 to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Going underneath for Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Left. Hey.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
4 down. Check.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Rivers now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
3 down. Hey,
Set. 390.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
0. Hey.
play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Wait! Hey, Delta! Stay there! Stay there! Hey!
To throw, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. It's caught inside the 25.
Hurry up!
A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey! Wait! Load it! Load it! Shoot, shoot, shoot! Buffalo wall. Hey!
Rivers on first down. Flushed out right. And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins by. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First down, Rivers. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay. Load it. Load it. Hey, left. Alpha! Buffalo wall. Read it hot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st down, Breeze. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, two. 11.
On second down, here's Breeze. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Whoosh.
Oh, still won't go down. A good kick, 48 yards. 4 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence has to be.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Breeze now. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Flush to his right, and his pass incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Here's Breeze to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith from 6 yards away. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Rivers, and it's complete. Henry, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set. 380.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12.
Ready. Black 15. 5-4.
Rivers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Load it. Load it.
Rivers to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's back to throw. He's going to let it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.